I need you to look at the person next to you, look them in their beady little eyes, and I need you to ask my favorite question. But I want you to ask, how many of you know that Alice in Wonderland? Have you heard that, right? My favorite character in the whole thing was the caterpillar sitting on the mushroom that looked like he was probably smoking the mushrooms. But he asked his magic question. He said, who are you? Look at your neighbor and say, who are you? And that's a question that only you can answer. And that's the problem that we have today is we are allowing people, we're allowing the culture, we are allowing systems to identify you. And there is a difference between the word identity and the word identify. Say identity. Identity. Identify. Identify. And say words matter. So when you think of identity, identity is the fact of being. Identify says to determine. Facts don't need to be determined. If I am being, I am. If you are trying to be metaphysical, if I said that word right, you're wondering, where am I being? But you are who you are. Your identity is who you are. And I believe that some of you are missing appointments and reservations that are made for you, but you're missing out on the reservation because they're made for the real you. Not your representative, because some of you are dating people and you still haven't showed them the real you. Some of you are on your job and they don't still know who the real you is. And you go through 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years of your life. I'm 5 decades old. I like to say that. 5 decades old. And if you listen to the world, if you listen to the culture says, I identify as this. I identify as this. I identify my sexuality as this. I identify my religion as this. But what you identify is not your identity. And the reason why we're messed up and mixed up and all over the place is because we haven't taken the time to discover your identity. And when you don't discover your identity, what happens is you fall for everything. I know this fact. I am not the same Chris I was 30 years ago. I'm not the same Chris I was 20 years ago. I'm not the same Chris I was yesterday. So if you take that philosophy that they're feeding you right now, and you are hearing it on a day-to-day basis, that you have to identify as something. No, you don't. Say, I have to be me. I have to be me. So I'm going to give you an acronym. I love acronyms because it keeps me on track and I can meet that 10-minute mark, right? R.E.A.L. Real. And the world needs the real you to show up. So I'm going to show you how. Say first, you need to learn how to recognize. And when am I recognized? I'm recognizing my worth. You see, when I recognize my worth, I watch the words that people speak on me. I monitor what's being talked about me. And if it doesn't match with the real me, I learn to shut those words out because words matter. I will not let a society say because I'm black, I'm going to be poor. And that there is no opportunities for me. And there's no man stopping me from getting my LLC because the real me knows his real worth. You got to start self-identifying you. You're on a journey of identity and you are learning who you are. And you cannot give your control of who you are to someone else. You got to realize you're worth it. Here's what happens when you don't realize who you are and you don't realize your worth. You start to devalue who you are, and then you'll start dating jokers that will devalue you. And jokers are male and female, and in between. Right? So I'm not going to let the jokers define how to love me. I'm not going to let the jokers define how to dress me. Because who I am is the expression of who I am. I know my worth. I know the treasure that I am. E, you need to embrace your uniqueness. There's only one Christopher Charles Hampton like me. Now, I found out that there were many Christopher Charles Hamptons. And when I Googled myself, I found out that there's a Christopher Hampton that's in London, England, who's a playwright that I'm trying to outbeat his CEO on the Google because he has more attentions and likes than I do. So I'm trying to make that impact that they know who Champ is because that guy, he has to die sometime, but I'm going to catch him one way or the other. I'm embracing the uniqueness of who I am. You know, I'm 50 years old and I'm realizing how beautiful a piece of chocolate I am. And people laugh at me when I say that, but I didn't realize how unique I was, and it was my uniqueness that made me the value that I am. Because if I'm like everybody else, is it valuable? No. If I gave every one of you in the room a penny, is it valuable? No, because it's common. When you understand and you embrace the uniqueness that you are designed the way you are for the purpose that you are called to. And your purpose is not meant for everybody. So you have to embrace that so you can feel. There's opportunities that are custom made for your purpose. And if you don't walk in the uniqueness of who you are, you'll miss out on every opportunity that you have. So you have to embrace the uniqueness of who you are. Say, I'm embracing my uniqueness. I'm embracing my uniqueness. A, you have to accept resistance. I realize this because we raise a generation of clones. It's bad in high school, but it's even worse when you get out of high school. But it's bad in high school because I was a nerd in high school, but you know what? It's amazing how the nerds in high school end up being the popular people outside in real life. And because they used to make fun of me because I didn't get a chance to wear Jordans when I was in my high school. My mom told me to value that dollar. And they would sit there, I walked into schools and they're like, what are those? What are those? I'd rather be able to wear my Bobos at the early school, learn how to manage money, learn how to manage my life, learn how to walk in my car, which my parents showed me how to do, so that I can afford my own Jordans when I want to do them. And I wear them not as a status. I wear them because I like them. Some of the things, remember when I grew up in where it's crisscross. Remember crisscross? Crisscross to make you jump, jump. Oh, y'all aged yourself really good. But remember crisscross, they were unique in their own code, but just because they were unique in their own code, I didn't want to wear my pants backwards, walk around with my shirt backwards. And they tried to make backwards popular. That was their call, not mine. That was their uniqueness, and I ain't hating them. But just because they did it don't mean I have to do it. I need you, when you understand your worth, you understand where to invest yourself in your unique potential. Is this good? The last thing is when you understand all the three above, you get the L. And the L is you get the chance to live life like you are worth it. Say live life like you are. Say it again. Live life like you are worth it. One more time. Live life like you are. Y'all put that funk in it. Live life like you are. That's the soundtrack of my life right now. You look in the look, you're going to be good. You're going to go to sleep like that. Live life like you are working. That's how life is. When you get a chance that you feel like you got your control back because you're not trying to fit into communities, you end up leading communities. And when you lead a real community, like the communities I walk in, I ain't got to influence Shelly. Shelly ain't got to influence me. But when we come together, we blow things up. Because we understand the value of who we are. So say it with me. I'm going to recognize my worth. Y'all got to say it like I've been preaching good to y'all. I'm going to recognize my worth. I'm going to embrace my uniqueness. I'm going to accept the resistance. And I'm going to live life like I am worth it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.